Demetra Rodriguez, and I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina, and I'm a technical business analyst for a bank. What I love about Kim is how she is so passionate about teaching women and helping women to realize and experience for themselves the power of their own ability to generate energy and power and enthusiasm and the creative force that they need from within themselves to create whatever they want in their life, whatever reality it is that they desire. And I think more than anything that's what I got. Like, I remember when I first started the Well Women's Salon thinking like, wow, like who knew that the power to transform my life, that energy that I've been looking for to create the life that I wanted, was in my vagina. Taking the Well Women's Salon, Kim really helped me to see where I was even operating with some pretty conventional ideas about sex being negative and bad. And like I said, as I started to experience my own vagina, like it was so obvious how these thought processes about pleasure and enjoyment were really ingrained in me, and I was really not aware of it. And to have someone sort of tell you like all that is bullshit, and if you push beyond it you might find something that you really enjoy and that will really transform and change your life, and to take that leap of faith and surrender to what is already in you is huge. If you spend 40 hours of your life locked in your head and not experiencing your heart, it's very difficult to do that when you come home. You cannot live in a home with someone and not be vulnerable and not be open and not be honest. Otherwise it's just like people passing, and that gets lonely even with someone there. And there comes a time where you kind of have to make a choice, like if you're just going to check this box to have the person here, or if you really want to connect and learn to trust yourself, learn to trust that person and surrender. And I think that's kind of like the biggest thing that it's led me to this place of letting go of this idea of wanting to have control and being able to surrender to each moment and respect everyone. I would buy these really beautiful feminine dresses and skirts, and I would never wear them because I felt completely foolish, and I felt like people were looking at me like, you're not feminine enough to wear them. So when I started to wear them, I feel so good, and start to see the way that, no, people were not looking at me telling me, oh, you don't, you can't wear that, you're not feminine enough. People were more comfortable with me because I was more comfortable with myself, and I felt free, and I didn't feel like I was trying to hide, like I was saying, like that. So that was a big thing. The other thing is that I felt like as I stopped hiding or stopped trying to be and started really like working on letting go of trying to be what I thought I could be, income-wise, work-wise, like opportunities just started to fly all over the place. I had been looking for a new role within my company for a while. Almost immediately, like before I was even done with the salon, I was offered a new position. I went to the new role, and it really turned out that it wasn't the best fit for me. But what was amazing, what was different for me, is that I was honest with myself. And I did not try to stick to something that wasn't working or try to force myself to suppress the fact that this is not going to be a good fit. So like within like 5 months, I went to my manager and I was honest and I told him, I was like, this is not going to work. I will be, looking for something else as soon as I'm able. And he was disappointed, definitely, because he loved working with me. But what was amazing is that after I did that, it was like my power over my life just expanded to the point that within like the next month or two, I had the team that I was previously working with come to me and say, would you come back? We'll give you whatever you want. I had another group within the same building that the manager, I saw him get on the elevator one morning and he was like, what are you doing right now? I have some positions open. Why don't you give me a call? And I'm like, what? This is crazy. And so then when as I was going through this process, and I'm like, this is crazy. I've got like people coming out of the woodwork offering me jobs, like, please come work for me. And I was really leaning towards going back to the previous team because I knew them and I loved them and it was a great group. Well, at this point, the group that I'm at now decides that they don't want me to leave. So they start going to every manager in their organization and asking them to come and talk to me. Would you please stay? What about this position? What about that position? And I was like, thank you, but no thank you. And the power to be able to say that. And I will even tell you, like, the head of the division, who is the controller of a major Fortune 500 company, was the person that went around to everyone and was like, we cannot lose her. And it was like, because I've always worked the same, I've always put in the same level of effort, but the only thing that was different was me owning my space and me owning my value and me not doing what I was doing because I was looking for the pat on the head or I was looking for validation. I was doing it now because it was like, this is what I do. I'm just giving you my product and I own this product and I can take it and I can do with it whatever I want with it. In a year, I added $45,000 to my income without actually looking for a job. To me, Kim just embodies this feminine goddess energy that I have always kind of craved, always felt like I wish that I could allow myself to be so open and be so trusting in my emotions and my energy and my instinct. Kim has kind of given me this like real life example of when you own yourself completely, when you take responsibility for your happiness, for your joy, for when you are not putting that on someone else to approve you or someone else's approval, you have the opportunity to really do whatever you want to do in life. Like, the sky is the limit.